One, two, three, four. I know y'all can hear me right now. I know you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? One, two, three, four. Oh yeah, you can hear me. I got you now. I got you now. You can hear me. You can hear me. Here we go. I got it fixed up. Now, it's a beautiful thing. I'm just testing, ladies and gentlemen. We're testing the show to see because we are going to be doing a podcast. I love it. Live from the garage. I'm in the garage right now. I got beautiful lighting. My ass is gonna be sweating because it's very hot out here. Y'all ready to go? This is a test show. We're gonna clean up some things, we're gonna get some things together, we're gonna make it look good. Hopefully my hair is looking good. I'm nice and cool. We're gonna be bringing on some guests. You know, I was supposed to do a podcast a long time ago. This is gonna be my first one. I was saying before, I thought y'all could hear me. Like my ex told me probably 10 years ago, you should be doing a podcast. And I was like, no, worry about it. Now here it is. I'm 5 years single and now I'm doing a podcast. But it's never too late for anything. You know, the stars have to align and you bring them all together and then you're able to do some things. It is so much going on in the world. Sports, politics, entertainment. I mean, hell, every time I say something online, it goes viral. So why not do a podcast? Now I'm realizing when people tell me, you know, by looking at yourself, you realize how people tell you, why you squinch so much? And I be squinching. I have no reason in the world to squinch. I should have my eyes open. No. But at the end of the day, we're going to have a good time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be talking about sports, entertainment, politics. I'm going to bring on some historic guests, people who y'all love and adore, because how that works is folks ask me to come on their podcast. And then I say to them, you couldn't come on my podcast. You know, just that simple. And that's how we're going to work it. So you're going to have some great guests. You guys can jump into my inbox or my DM, and then you can tell me, hey, Luke, bring this person on. I get on the phone. It's no problem. And I'll holler at them. Like, yo, come on, I need you to come on the podcast. I need you to talk to the people. Because this is what this is all about. It's all about the people. We're going to be talking about the top topics in sports, entertainment, and politics. And as you can see, it is some crazy topics going on right now, especially with politics. And we're going to bounce around and we're going to pivot into the show and the shows that we do. So, with that said, you know, the topic of this show tonight is how NIL is affecting high school football, NIL and the portal. I know some of you guys, you know, I know you got kids that play football and play baseball and basketball. It's not only affecting football, it affects baseball also, baseball and basketball, the portal. So let me give you an understanding of the portal. The portal opens up at a certain time of year for different sports, and then kids have the opportunity to hop in the portal and then transfer. Back in the days, when we were young, you had to sit out a year or two in order to transfer to another school. So basically, the thing is you know, kids are able to hop in now. Now, when it comes to NIL, a lot of people don't know too much about NIL. So here's how NIL works. NIL work is name, image, and likeness. And since it has been legal to have NIL, these things have changed on a daily basis. It is just still changing, you know, to this day right now. You know, kids can get paid for their name, image, and likeness. At one point, they used to have what they call collectives. Collectives at different universities, and these people would raise a lot of money, put it in a big pot, and then they would tell the head coach, hey, look, we have X amount of millions of dollars into the pot. And so go out and get some players that enter into the portal, uh, and you bring these guys into the fold. So that's basically what has been going on lately. So now NCAA changed the rules again, probably about a couple of weeks ago. Colleges now will be responsible for paying and contracting the players. Before, colleges did not contract, nor did they pay the players themselves. They relied on the collectives, which was basically boosters and all these different people who, who love the university and want to donate into the collective fund. So now, like I say, fast forward to now, like I say, these things change on a daily basis. NCAA is changing rapidly as we speak. And I mean, to the point where in junior colleges, they're giving kids extra 2 years. We'll get into that after I finish explaining this portal thing, this portal NIL thing. So in the NIL situation, in this NIL situation, here's the deal. You go in the portal, you go to another school. School has the opportunity to negotiate with you on whether or not you want to come to that school or not. They then say, hey, look, we got $500,000. Another school say we got $1 million. Another school say we got $1.5 million. And so you basically get to negotiate your price with these different schools. I always advise kids, look, go to the school, number one, that you got to look at how much money they give you. You know, if they're giving you $1.5 million over the market, then you got to look at that. 9 times out of 10, they're going to play you right now. If they're giving you less than your market value, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to play you. They're going to give somebody else a higher market value, and then they're going to play you right then. So there's a big chance that you might end up back in the portal the following year because you're not getting played and you're not getting the time. So I try to advise kids, look, go to the school where they're giving you the most money, but at the same time, look at that college coach, the guy who's going to be responsible for coaching you in that room. Look at that guy to see how many guys he's developed and took beyond college, like to the next level, to the NFL or the CFL, places like that. Look at that guy who develops, because if you got a situation where a coach hasn't developed anybody and send nobody to the league, then basically you might don't want to be messing with him. You might, I don't care even if they offer more money. That's the part where you have to look at it like, hey, this team offered me $1 million. This team offered me $1 million too. But the $1 million team, has a coach on the staff that has put numerous amount of kids in the NFL and got them high drafted, versus the team that offered me $1 million too. Their coach had not put anybody in the draft. He has not developed an NFL player yet. And so they're basically putting you in a position where, you got to make a choice. So I always lean toward the choice of the actual coach who has developed players, because it's all about development. If you can't get developed, then at the end of the day, you're not going to make it to the next level. You don't want to be some test guy for this new Jack coach on that staff. So go to the team that has a coach that developed. Now, moving to things have changed again. Last week, kid puts in from Vanderbilt, he puts in that, he wants his extra years back. How do he get his extra years back from junior college? He said, I went to junior college, and this should not count against my 4 years, because you got 4 years in college. You got 4 to do 5. So you can get actually redshirted. And then again, you can get medically redshirted if there's a medical issue that had to keep you out that year. You apply for that, and they'll determine whether or not you can get that. But at the end of the day, you have 4. You have 4 to make 5. You got 4 to make 5. And so now, with that said, how did this kid just get 2 years back? How did this kid get 2 years back? He went to junior college. He sued the NCAA saying that he should be able to get 2 additional years. He wants 2 additional years back. which that's not a bad thing. That's not a, when you really think about it. He won. He prevailed. He won the case. So now, here's the deal, parents. Your son could go to junior college, and those normally. Let me just back up a little bit. Normally, the junior college years will count against you in your regular college, into D1, D2, whatever it is, college that you go to, anything outside of junior college. So now it doesn't count against you. So basically, a player could go to junior college for 2 years, and that kid could then go to the regular college. He would have an additional 4 to do 5. So basically, he could be sitting in college, do 2 years, and he could end up being about 25, 26 years old when he leaves out of college. So how does that affect the high school players? It's bad. It's bad. We normally do around, most high schools normally do around 80 to 90% of their players going to college. Right now, high schools are doing anywhere from 40 to 50% of their players going to college. That's how bad it has been. You know, how this junior college thing is going to affect high schools is going to affect it in a big way. You know, and I'm not just talking about football. I'm talking about basketball. I'm talking about baseball. I'm talking about track. I'm talking about, you name it, volleyball. Whatever the hell the sport is, that's how people are going to be affected. And unfortunately, that's the world that we live in today. So basically, a high school kid, some high schools still are recruiting high school players. Yes, they are. Is it a lot? Not really, because say if it's Marshall University, mid-major Division 1, not a Power 5 school. That school has a tendency of wanting to go get whoever dropped down out and got into the portal from a Power 5 school, because you got levels of it. Power 5, D1. Same thing with your historical black colleges. A lot of people say, well, historical black colleges, why y'all don't go there? Why nobody pays attention to them? Why nobody signs up over there? Well, your historical black colleges don't want high school players coming out of high school. You would think they would want that. But no, your HBCUs are looking for transfers. They're looking for guys who got in the portal, who dropped down from the Power 5 school, who was this former 4-star and 5-star, and then they say, hey, look, you can come over here and play at FAM, Cookman, or wherever it may be. And that's the nature of the beast. So the loyalty that you would think that that high school coaches would have for HBCUs, and you think that it should be there, that is not the case, because most HBCUs ain't even recruiting high school players. You have very few that are recruiting high school players. So it makes it very difficult these days when kids are playing sports. So you got to kind of, this thing with the junior college life, let's face it, it's not beautiful. It's not beautiful. Sometimes you're in a room sleeping with 5 or 6 people. It is hardcore. Sometimes you driving a bus worse than a yellow bus to get from game to game, from place to place. It's not a beautiful thing. You really got to love the game in order for you to go the junior college route. Have there been some success stories? Hell yeah. William Joseph went to junior college. Levante Davis went to junior college. Brian McKinney, Cortez. It's a whole lot of first-round draft choices that did end up going to junior college and then making their way back to Power 5 football. So that is a route. Am I trying to scare you into not participating in sports? No. Under no circumstances I'm trying to do that. I want you to be able to know the difference is when you're dealing with your kid. The kid got to play at a very high level. He got to love the game. Is it politics? Hell yeah. It's a lot of politics. Don't get discouraged when a small school come looking for you and the big school didn't come looking for you. You can still go to that small school like a FAU or something like that, put on a great show, similar to the running backs at FAU. My good friend, Coach Chris Perkins, he coaches over there. He done a hell of a job. Great job. He had two running backs that did a whole bunch of numbers, did real good last year, did real good the year before. Those guys hopped in the portal. Right now, one is at Rutgers and another one is at another Power 5, and those kids are getting $300,000-$400,000 a year. Right now, one is getting $200,000, the other one is getting about $400,000. That's how that works. So don't panic when you got to go to South Florida or FAU or FIU. The kid from FIU, perfect example, the wide receiver from FIU. Right now, he's the hottest thing in the wide receiver portal right now. This kid is an instant millionaire coming out of FIU because of the amount of balls and the amount of production he did. He's probably going to get maybe $2 million. There was another kid that went in the portal, quarterback. Duke just got this kid who played quarterback at Tulane. They gave him $8 million. He has a 2-year contract, $8 million. Now, when he went to Tulane, everybody said, oh, I'm bigger than Tulane. No, go to Tulane, put on a show, do what you do, and then you can always hop in the portal. So have a plan, ladies and gentlemen, when you're going about this football. Have a plan. Have an open plan. Have a plan that, hey, look, if I don't get to the Power 5 that I want to go to, if I don't get the D1 that I need to go to, I may want to go to JUCO, play at JUCO for 2 years, get off there, then move up to another level. You still got time. Get off at the next level. Hey, look, D1 called me up. I can be a millionaire right then in college football. And then at the end of the day, go to the Power 5, from the D1 to the Power 5. Now I'm making $2, $3, $4, $5 million. So don't get discouraged in sports, ladies and gentlemen. It's the long haul. Kids now will probably be getting out of college when they're about 25, 26 years old. You know, at worst. At worst. Now you go do your thing in high school, put on a show, go and get you a couple million going in, you may get out in 3 years. That's the best case scenario. So that's my thing on NIL, but it really does suck for high schools because high school players won't be going and getting recruited at a very high level to the Power 5s and the D1s like they normally would. But whoever calls you and whoever is consistently calling your kid or you as a player, pick up that phone, love them up, talk beautiful to them, because it's very important that you get in where you fit in at. Don't be trying to hold around, hang around and all that. Then when you do get your opportunity to go to one of these colleges, take advantage of your opportunity. Don't go in there acting like a kid. There's no time for that. There's no time for that because these people have no time for that. They're paying players. They're paying you as a professional, and they actually feel like you need to act like a professional. And if you can't act like a professional, then you're going to find yourself going home. And home ain't where you want to be. Anybody got any questions before I move on? I love this podcast here. It's the Luke Show, ladies and gentlemen. I got no commercials. I'm just going to be running my mouth right here. I'm a simulcast from my Twitter space every now and then where you'll hear people talk and get questions. I want you to like, share, subscribe on my YouTube page because we're going to be getting down with the get out. Now, let's go to something else. Let's pivot on over to politics. How y'all Trumpsters doing right now? Did y'all have a good weekend? Did you FBAs have a good weekend? It don't sound like y'all had a good weekend. It don't sound like y'all had a good weekend. because y'all were crying, whining, complaining. Elon Musk and Swami, I call him Swami, decided over the weekend that them in their brand new little department that they don't have to get Senate confirmation, but they're going to get people confirmed that they can control. That's interesting. That's when I'm going to start looking at the news, just so y'all know. I don't look at it no more. I'm one of those people who cancel Morning Joe. I don't look at no CNN. I don't want to look at none of that because all of it is a lie. All of it is straight propaganda. I have nothing to do with that. I don't want to look at none of that. And I don't look at NBA Countdown for more reasons than one. I just don't. Some people on TV, especially these black girls, I don't like these black girls who marry these white guys and get on there and all they do is talk bad about black guys. I can't deal with that. I can't stomach that. Little black girl on NBA Countdown married a white dude. That's fine. I ain't got a problem you marry a white dude. But you need to talk about some white dudes too. And then when you do talk about the black dudes and then the black dudes say something, then you all of a sudden you're a victim. So I don't look at her. I turn it off and I look at something else. And then I go back when the game is on. The other little black girl on First Take, Jazzy one. When she's on, I don't look at it. I love Stephen A. to death. I did his show a couple times. I love him to death. That's my brother. I love him. Love Shannon Sharp. I have not did his show. I guess he didn't invite me on his show yet. I did every other podcast in America. I guess Shannon don't want me to sit on the couch and have a conversation with him. But again, I love what he's doing. I love how successful he is. I love how he changed his life and everything like that. But again, when a little black girl on there, I forget what her name. I ain't even call her name. Not the little host, not Molly, but the other one who got the little white husband. The one who got a little white husband who wants to keep talking about black guys after black guys. Talk about some of these white people. I have a problem with that. So then fast forward into all these CNNs and MSNBCs, I'm done with that. Back to politics. I know people are going to freak out that I said that. I don't care. Really. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm speaking for a whole lot of brothers because obviously the NBA ratings are in the garbage. Maybe they need to look at who they got on the shows. Thank God Jalen Rose is coming back. That's my good friend. But then going to politics. Let's go to politics. You Trump people. You know, us who supported Kamala Harris, you know, people like, you bought into Kamala Harris. We hate her. She's Indian. She's not black. She's not black enough, which I thought was a joke. But y'all pushed that. A lot of you FBA, foundational black Americans, not all, but a lot of them got on Twitter and all y'all did was talk all this smack about how she's not black enough and how she's this and how she's that. You told black people not to go vote. And the other ones, you told them to go vote for Trump. You mega, we call them, I forget the word that we were calling these black guys on there who were pushing this whole narrative not to vote for her because she wasn't black enough. You got what you got. You got what you look for. You got Trump. The thing you called us, what do we call woke? You know, I'm happy to be called woke because I am woke. So the things that you think us who supported Kamala, we understood what we were up against, what we did not want to support, which is Donald Trump. You all sitting there looking stupid right now. Because the first thing all you black people said who did not want to support Kamala, outside of all the lies and making up things, oh, immigration. We're voting for Trump because of immigration. We're voting for Trump because he's going to put more money in our pockets. We voted for Trump because we like his swag. He just so bold and say what he want to say. we said we're voting for Kamala Harris because she's going to have a first-time home buyers program. She's going to the Department of Justice is going to keep the department the Department of Justice is going to keep the Justice Department within the what it is the Civil Rights Division within the Justice Department. We voted because she wasn't going to get rid of the Department of Education, Medicare, Medicaid, and a lot of y'all don't even know what the hell Medicare and Medicaid is. Y'all sit up here and Social Security. You think Medicare and Medicaid is like something? Oh, we can just get rid of that. Medicare, Medicaid is insurance for old people and poor people. So when people who cannot afford insurance go to the hospital, they can be able to get treated. So then now, when you get rid of Medicare and Medicaid, and on top of it, when you get rid of senior citizens when they turn 65 and Social Security, you just rob the people. And now people are not going to get treated. The hospitals are not required to treat you. So this is what you voted for. You voted for a president who said that he's going to give full immunity to police officers. Didn't you just see the other day on the train where they was beating the dog crap out of a black man? So by the time he goes to hearing, them police officers go to a trial, it'll be next year. Donald Trump will be inaugurated in. And he's already said, my Justice Department is not going to do anything like prosecute any police officers. Matter of fact, we're going to give you full immunity. Only people I know the police officers are killing is innocent black people. He's going to try to get rid of Obamacare. Tons of y'all on Obamacare. Pre-existing condition, you can get insured because you know these regular insurance ain't going to cover you. Then the main thing, he's going to deport all these people. So you really think the man is going to deport Julio Chavez and Julio Raimundo, the lawn man, the guys who on the construction site? Do y'all realize this? Do y'all realize that majority of the people, do you realize the majority of people who are on these construction sites are undocumented illegal immigrants? Say, Luke, where you got that from? You know where I got that from? Ron DeSantis in the state of Florida, what did he say? Oh, if you have an illegal immigrant or undocumented immigrant working for you, or if you transporting any one of those individuals, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put you in jail and we're going to deport them. He tried that. On the first week the bill was passed, you know what happened, people? You know what happened? Go to Google. All those job sites that those billion-dollar billionaire developers owned and controlled, they were empty. The undocumented illegal immigrants stayed home. He had to back up off of that. They stayed home. How can you really do so? So y'all got pump faked. Y'all got punked. Y'all got told a lie. Fast forward to this weekend. What is his boy Elon Musk, who put billions of dollars into his campaign? What is him and Swami? What they said? What they came up with? What did they say this weekend? We're going to bring in 500,000 Indians into the United States to do script coding because Americans are dumb. Because y'all are dumb. So y'all voted for a guy who said he was going to get rid of immigrants. Then he was going to get rid of immigrants, but then now he just told you you're going to bring 500,000 in because you're dumb. You don't know how to do coding. Americans are too dumb. So then the infighting started happening. They started going at it. Here come Laura Lynn. Here come his other homeboy who just got out of jail. They just fighting. Then you got other people on the other side who down with Elon Musk. See now, Elon Musk, what he did, he's really, really clever. You got to understand. See, I'm a history junkie. I always look at history. I research a person and their family. You know, a large part of it is where you got all this money from? How did you get all this money? 9 times out of 10, you get it from your daddy. How deep into politics your dad was in South Africa. I did a tweet on my Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me, Uncle Luke Real One, and on my Instagram, Uncle Luke Real One. I did a tweet, and I said, and it's a fact. I said, ladies and gentlemen, the richest man in the world. To all my white friends, all my Hispanic friends, all my black friends, do you realize the richest man in the world is African American? Everybody like, oh, Luke, there you go with the bullshit. There you go, Luke. Oh, there you go with the bullshit. Well, Elon Musk is African American. Now, his dad was African American. No, not African American, African. Was his dad around in the apartheid times when Nelson Mandela got locked up? Was his family deeply entrenched into politics in South Africa? Look it up for yourself. So, is the kid doing the same thing that his dad did in South Africa in the United States of America? Did he just buy an election? Did he just buy a president? Because we know Trump was hurting for money. His campaign was hurting for money, even though the Democrats screwed up that whole thing. They just totally screwed that up. I don't know what the hell they did with the money in the Kamala campaign. I guess they just gave it to people and had parties and things like that. They botched that. But let's think about it. So Elon Musk says him and Swami, which is an Indian, by the way, and they want to bring in 500,000 Indians to the United States. Immigrants, they want to get them H-1 visas. This shit, you can't make this shit up. They want to bring in immigrants and get them H-1 visas to come in this country to do script and coding. Newsflash, my kids at Charles Hadley Park do coding and script. And they do robotics. We've been doing robotics for the last 7 years. They have high schools here in Miami-Dade County. They do robotics in Little Haiti. They do script, they do coding. But hold on. You want to get rid of the Department of Education, but yet you want to say Americans are dumb, and you want to get rid of the Department of Education, and you want to bring in undocumented illegals to the United States, give them a H-1 visa like you gave your wife, because she can't speak no English. Bring them into this country to do a job that you say Americans can't do. So the MAGA has gone crazy right now. MAGA done lost their mind right now. Even the Indians here, they just turned into black people. They upset because, again, at the end of the day, go back to what I originally said. Undocumented, illegal immigrants are immigrants. They come into this country and they work for cheap labor. So therefore, they're not going to, they ain't going to hire you. They're not going to hire you. The billionaires is not going to hire you. So the billionaires bring in their undocumented illegals to do their construction work at those construction sites, to build them high rises. Go to a high rise tomorrow. Don't take my word. Ride down to a high rise. You'll see them. Now they put a wrap around their face and all that because they don't want people to see who they are. They're really hiding. They put their helmet on and they just wrap their whole face up, wrap their whole arms up. That's what they tell them because they don't want to let them see that they're undocumented, illegal immigrants, that these billionaire developers are paying slave pay. So all of it was a smoke screen. And so now, Mr. Billionaire Elon Musk and Swami bringing in the Indians on day one, because they got to do it on day one. Everything they're going to do is real fast. Everything they're doing is going to be real fast because you had the midterms. They just know that they're going to lose the House, maybe the House and the Senate, after they do this big heist. It's a big heist. It's about the bag. These people going to get the board. This Musk stock went up. The man made like $5 billion since the election. Stock just went out the roof because they know what they're getting ready to do. So why are you bringing all these people in to do script? Why are you bringing these people in to do all this coding? Why you need 500,000 people just that fast? It's always a money grab, people. See, I don't vote for candidates. I vote for policy. Look, I like Kamala Harris. I campaigned for her. I went out on the road when she originally won. Have I gotten a phone call from her? No. I've been pounding the pavement, say vote for her right now. Have I gotten an invite to the White House? One of those lavish and luxurious parties? Have I been asked to do anything? No, not at all. But it's not about that. It's about policy. When you're talking about getting rid of the educational Department of Education, that directly affects us because their kids go to charter schools. Their kids go to private schools. My kids go to private school. And so now who's going to be affected is kids who are going to public school. Because the charter schools, they pick and choose who they want in the charter school. Just keep it a buck. They give you a test and they say, oh, okay, all right. No, they automatically look at your kid and look at you, and they're not letting them in the charter school. Unless it's my good friend Mike Tonsel. Down here, he has several schools across the state. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we're all sitting here and we're laughing because we're us woke people. We know what's coming. These guys can be surprised. All these FBAs and all these alphabets and all these so tall black guys who told people to sit home and don't go vote, and all these people who ran for office now, you got it. Don't be surprised at what happened to you and how you get treated. Everybody wanted to get mad with me because I got on there and I did a podcast. And on my podcast, I say, yeah, well, black people voted for, full immunity. So don't cry when the police officer beat you and kill you. I wasn't talking about me because at the end of the day, I'm black. Or my child, or you who voted for Kamala Harris. I'm talking about them individuals who caped for Donald Trump, who told people don't go out and vote. You don't go to running crime. You don't go to running crime when the people get off and there's no Justice Department with a civil rights division to come in and prosecute them police officers. You don't cry when the educational system, when there's no money going down to public schools. Don't cry. Don't cry. When the undocumented illegal aliens are coming in and really taking your job for real. Don't cry. That's what you voted for. Elections have consequences. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm going now to the end of this all. I'm happy that you all enjoyed this 1 hour. I'm going to be doing 1 hour on here. I'm going to try to do at least 3 or 4 times a week. I'm going to bring on different guests. I'm bringing on different friends. Shouts out to Valdosta, Georgia. I see y'all up in here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this time. I see we got probably 1,300 people on this first inaugural day right before New Year's. I hope y'all had a beautiful Christmas. Did y'all have a beautiful Christmas? Hey, look. Kwanzaa. Did y'all have beautiful Christmas and Kwanzaa? Now, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Listen, I got to go get my fireworks. I didn't realize it was New Year's Eve tomorrow. How many of y'all out there, make sure you get your black eyed peas now? You got to have them black eyed peas. Black eyed peas, cabbage, or collard greens, cornbread. And you can have whatever meat you want to have. That gives you good luck. I learned that from my mom. Got to have them black eyed peas. Hey, look, the kids don't like black eyed peas. I did not like black eyed peas when I was young, but I got them things forced on me. It was like, yo, you're going to eat these black eyed peas. Give you good luck every time. We're going to have us a real big year. Everybody is going to have a big year. Don't let these politics get you boggled down. Don't let these things that are in life get you boggled down. Keep a smile on your face. Always keep a smile on your face and put in the atmosphere. Put in the atmosphere. I'm going to make $5 billion. I'm going to make $5 million. I'm going to make $100,000. Put it in the atmosphere. Write out your plan, what you didn't accomplish this year and what you're going to be accomplishing next year. And focus on that plan. Always go back and look at it. That's what I do. I'm just giving you a little hint of what I do and how I do it. You're having pizza and turkey thighs. What the hell? But that's what I do. Hey, man, I'm looking forward to going on a tour. I'm looking forward to, I just signed this deal with Paramount to do my life story with Paramount, Will Packer. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting that into production this year. See, y'all just got a gym. Y'all just got a gym. I'm happy about that. I'm blessed that I'm healthy. My son is healthy. I just celebrated a birthday, by the way. This year I ain't do no party because every year I normally do a birthday party. This year I ain't go on the road. Sorry that I didn't come to your town. New Year's or Christmas or throughout the holidays. I just want to stay home and chill, and vibe. Give me some rest, get myself together because this is going to be a very long year. Thank God. God is good. Thank God we were able to get our catalog back. I haven't spoke too much on that. We had a jury of our peers made up of the community, Hispanics, blacks, whites, and everything. I want to thank the jury for hearing the case and doing the right thing and giving us two live crew members our catalog back. I just, it's a beautiful thing. Rightfully so. It came back home to who it is. I mean, I know my two members, Brother Marquise, we lost him in 2024, and we lost Chris Wong Wong. But their families are going to be able to reap the rewards of their hard work, which is how it's supposed to be done. And I'm so happy that the family stayed the course. They stayed the course. At one point in this trial, they tried to settle with us, and I just love Chris' sons and daughter and all them, and they were just like me. It was like, no, this ain't about settling. Only settlement would be this catalog coming back to the rightful owners, which is us. It was like, oh, we're gonna settle, we can give you this money, and then we're gonna still own it. Nope. Those kids held the paint. I got to meet Brother Marquise, lovely daughter, and I'm just happy that Brother Marquise and Fresh Kid Ice, his family, because his sons and daughters have been hard in the paint for the longest, and I look, man, that's my new little family. That's my new little family. I love them kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing that they held it. They held it down because they could have took the little money that them people were offering. I was like, look, don't do it. It ain't about that. And they never wavered. We didn't even have to have a conversation about it. That's the crazy part about it. Those kids are focused right there. They know the disservice that their parents had went through and what had happened to them and happened to all of us. And they, look, it could have went either way. They could have won and they would have still had our catalog, but they lost. And the catalog is coming back to the rightful owners, which is their kids and my kids, and they can be able to reap the benefits of this catalog, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I always tell people, man, look, understand the laws of this land. If I didn't understand the laws of this land, if we didn't understand it, that your anything that was taken away from you 35 years, you can go back and reclaim it. That's a law. Congress passed that law many, many years ago. We exercised that law. So we waited 35 years while this man took advantage of the catalog, made millions and millions of dollars on it, on our works that, in my opinion, was unrightfully taken away from us. And now it's back to the rightful owners. And these kids can be able to profit and make money and just love the fact, not even just about the money, but love the fact that they have their parents' rights back. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, that they can have their parents' right back. And then, like I said, they held the court. They held it down. Barkees passed within the case. He did, it was amazing. We're up in there, he did a deposition. Yes, Kamala Harris is part Indian. Will now the funny part about it, y'all bringing them Indians in. Y'all didn't want her to be the Indian head of Indian, but I guess Swami is the head Indian, bringing Indians in to take y'all jobs. Laugh at that, buddy. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have some hot topics. We're going to have some heated conversations, some heated disagreements. I'm going to be doing these podcasts at least 3 to 4 times a week. We're going to have some celebrities come on here. We're going to sit down and have some great conversations with them. And we just going to talk a whole bunch of stuff. People going to get mad. We're going to be going viral. Because everything I say, we go viral. They're going to take this shit and cut it up like they normally do. But I just want to remind y'all, go to my YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Do that right now. Hey, Facebook, I know y'all out there. I see y'all on here. My Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One. My Instagram, Uncle Luke Real One. Follow me. Follow me. Ladies, don't come in my DM naked. I don't want to see no naked women in my DM. I have enough naked women in my DM. Yes, I'm single. I don't want y'all in my DM naked, especially you cougars. Old women with bad bodies, don't come in my DM. Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, I'll have on here one day where I'll hook you up with somebody like a dating game, but I can't do that. I can't. And then y'all do this stuff like, y'all come in my DM like right before dinner. I'm to the point where I'm not looking at DM. So save your little flicks, especially on Instagram. I mean, Jesus Lord. Facebook, the older ladies, and Instagram, all these bad surgeries. When you had a bad surgery and you got one breast up here and another one down, don't. I can't do that. Please, I can't do that. I can't do that. Twitter, y'all just do porn on there. I mean, look, 2025, don't go into Uncle Luke's DM naked. Let's do that. You guys have a great night. Have a great New Year's. Have a great celebration. Don't go out there and blow your hand off your hand. Don't blow your hand off your hand using them firecrackers. Hey, I love you all. See you. This was a great test. This was a great test. The stream ends. It was